Yo, what's going on, guys? What a day. What a way to start the week. Holy moly. I don't think I was expecting all that. I was expecting some short laddering. Maybe, the talks about getting this thing down to the 40-ish, the fight for 40.01. I don't think they're gonna have a damn tough time with 4 days left here. We consolidated pretty much at 11 o'clock-ish, straight across that board at $58. They got to drop this thing down another $18 to even think about getting some of those calls out of the money. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure you guys don't think so either, but that was beautiful. I love to see this consolidation through the day here. That was absolutely outstanding. Remember, we can't all rip at once. Got a lot of stuff to touch on in here. Came across something I'll share with you guys in a minute, something about a 2 trillion gamma expiration. I started reading up a little bit on that, but this looks interesting too. Kind of brings us back to that HYG deal. And maybe a market crash. Who the hell knows? There's a lot going on. So let's blast right into it, okay? As we know right now, we got basically 500,000 calls in the money. We reached 60. There's another 48,000, right? Let's see, is there updating the dark pool activity? It's still above 60 here. Remember, Friday we're at that 65%, 62% today. So monstrous, monstrous, monstrous. There you go. If you guys want a screenshot, take a look at the Ortex data. Remember, take all this with a grain of salt with the reporting, and I'm sure everyone else knows that too. So nothing against Ortex. We know how the shorts are reporting, okay? So let's pop over here. Oh, look at this. Ortex tweet. Speaking of Ortex, having peaked at $60.55, AMC closed the day at 57 buckaroos. At 15.38%, creating a loss of $488 million for short sellers in one day. I know I've mentioned it a ton of times, you guys, but I don't know how long they can. They got billions of bucks, but I don't know how you lose $488 million in a day and you keep continuing to do that. Yeah, yikes, yikes, yikes. Let's just take a look after that $60 in the options chain here. 60's that big number with 78,000, 10,000 there, at 62, 61, another 20, 70, a big chunk, 80, another bigger chunk, decent chunk, I guess, at 73. The big one down here at a hundo, and then that monstrous number at 145. So, as we know, loaded. Options chain is loaded with everything, and I'll get to that in a second with this $2 trillion thingy McBobber that we're talking about here. So, let's carry on over to here. Old Carlos Trades over there on the Twitter mobile. He's outstanding, too. Follow him. I'll pop his Twitter in there if you guys want to follow him. If you do not, he's great. Got a ton of stuff during the day. But look at this. Just caught Motley Fool lying. They released an article bashing AMC, saying that Mudrick purchased 8.5 million shares, was flipped for an immediate profit. Remember that, you guys? Reality is Mudrick had a 5.8% loss after their bearish bet went haywire. Here's proof here. Mudrick Capital, this is the first article here. Mudrick Capital is involved in purchasing 8.5 million AMC shares, flipped the entire stake immediately for profit. Over here, Mudrick Capital Management, 5.4% loss. Bet went haywire. The fund suffered the loss. 127, blah, blah, blah. You get it. So, good job, Motley Fool. Way to go, media. 5 stars for you. Jeez Louise. SEC, we got another one. You know me and my whistleblowers. I got to track them. This one doesn't say much in here. It just says today announced and agreed awarded approximately $3 million to 2 whistleblowers here, dated today's date too. So these keep piling up and piling up and piling up. We don't know what this one's for. Who knows what it's related to, but still very interesting. As we know, there's a lot of crap going down in the whole entire market. What do we got here? This was outstanding. You guys, I'm sure, have seen this. I'll pop a link in there to our boy Charles Payne. He had the Mulligan brothers on today, too. But look at this. I stopped it. Did you guys notice this here? One of the brothers was eating a nanner there, an ape banana. I was hoping Charles, at the very end of that, he kind of broke out and was getting away from him. He didn't comment on that, but I figured Chuck would have got a really good chuckle out of that. I don't know if he noticed it, but I'm sure he did after, obviously. But that was outstanding. Good job, guys. I can't wait for that documentary, too. They played in that video just a little clip of what they're doing with the people in there. It was super cool. So if you guys haven't checked that out, old Chucky Payne, I'll throw that link in the description as well. This one here, again, back to that HYG video that we talked about, being shorted to death coming this Friday. I think this is a main catalyst. I don't know. With the rate increase, we're going to know that Wednesday with the meeting. So stay tuned for that if you want to keep an eye on that. That doesn't exactly correlate with AMC, but, the whole entire thing is kind of tied to shorting, and we all know AMC is shorted, right? So keep an eye on that for Wednesday. I'm going to try to dig in a little bit deeper tomorrow on that. See if we can listen to that somewhere. I don't know. I haven't looked into that yet, but either way, we'll find out more about that. This week is just getting crazier by the day already. This one here, look at this. We got our Irish brethren over there in bloody Ireland. Irish traders target short sellers as meme stocks move up. Look at down here, though. AMC takes over from another meme stock, GameStop, which DeGuiro says was the most traded stock in Ireland each of the previous 3 months, for crying out loud. Redditors from all over the world have piled into high shorted stocks like AMC and GameStop in 2021, causing big losses for short sellers in the process. Yeah, you think? So that's cool. I mean, this thing's worldwide now. It's been worldwide, but it just gets crazier by the day. This was absolutely wild here. Shout out over on the Wall Street Bets Elite group. Xanax Bars? Is that what? Nice name, sir. Outstanding. But he posted this over here. I think he ran across this. This looks like maybe a Weeble comment or something, or news. But anyway, this is not your average retail Joe here. AMC Entertainment Options traded below. Now remember, what was it, 2 months ago roughly, when those big monstrous $40, which are expiring this Friday, I think that was the one, the big batches of those $40 ones. These are roughly the equivalent of what we were doing then. We were trading 10, 11 bucks. At 40 bucks seemed like way out of the money. But now, we're at 58. This is kind of the same difference. But look at these big chunks here. This was posted this morning. Monday, a trader executed a call sweep near the ask of 200 AMC Entertainment Options at 145. You got 200 there. A trade represented a 148,000 bullish bet for a trader, paid 7.40 per contract, 1036. To 23 shares. You can get it. You guys can stop the video and take a look at this if you want. But there's a ton of them in here. I don't believe these are a chunk of retail guys. It could be. But yeah, that's some big money floating in there. So something's up, right? Couple more things and we're going to get on this wacky thing here. That's the same thing there. Oh yeah, I blew that thing up. Sorry, I lost my head. This one here, I did that. This is actually a really cute, cool story. And the reason I say it's cute, because I want to say this name, Piggly Wiggly. This is pretty freaking cool here. I'll pop this article in if you guys want to read it. But does this sound familiar here? Look at this here. This is about, well, you guys can read through it, but the beginning of it is Clarence Sanders, of Memphis, who in 1919 founded Piggly Wiggly Stores, a chain of retail self-service markets situated mostly in the south and west headquarters of Memphis. Saunders is represented on Wall Street as the last man who engineered a real corner in nationally traded stock. By 1922, the stores had flourished, so that was traded were listed as a New York Stock Exchange. But right here, this is crazy. When a group of bears began selling Piggly Wiggly short, obviously I love saying that name, right? Short, to force the price of the stock down, Saunders began a buying campaign to support the price in the stock in order to protect his investment. Piggly Wiggly stockholders, he has supplemented his own funds with a loan for about $10 million. That was a ton in the 1920s, right? $10 million from a group of bankers. His buying campaign was an attempt to corner. The stock went up wildly, reaching a high of 124. At this point, the exchange suspended further trading and postponed the short seller's delivery deadline. This resulted eventually bankruptcy for Saunders and his Piggly Wiggly. If you guys want to read the rest of the story, it's pretty cool. Sounds like a very successful dude. I think he opened one more chain up and then another one up after that, and then passed away in 1953. But pretty cool story. And his Piggly Wiggly, I can't even say it. This one here, this was pretty cool too. This is a breakdown. It has nothing to do with short squeeze. It's actually a guy that's he says right here, I have been consistently positive on AMC since mid-April, but he breaks down why AMC could be worth $80 on its own. So that's pretty cool. You know, we kind of all looking for these short squeeze numbers and 100,000 and thousands and all that stuff. But this is pretty good fundamentals and what he sees that the company could be worth. So that's super cool. Now this madness here, you guys. This here I stumbled across. I read it in one of a Discord group that I belong to. But this one here, this 2 trillion gamma expiration, has to do with the SPY and all of these massive billions of dollars in the options chain coming up Friday for the SPY and all that stuff in here. There was a mention down here below on AMC right here. Contracts with extreme volatility in pockets of the single stock AMC, which had the highest contract volume among single stock last week. But this is really wild, you guys. I didn't want to read too much of it. I'm going to pop it in there if you guys want to find out more about this. Does it correlate to AMC? No. But the entire market, everything is just going wacko. We're going to find out a ton this week, obviously. If you click on this one here, this Zero Hedge is a pretty good website too. This one here is his first article that he did regarding this. And so if you want to pop on that one, read that one first, and then go back to this one by Tyler Burden there on Zero Hedge. If you want to read more about that, it's pretty wild sounding. Okay, guys, that is it. Are we going to keep going up and up and up and up? I think this thing's too high. They're going to have to start covering here pretty quick, you guys. They have to. You know me. I've never said anything about time frames and dollar amounts or anything like that, but this is just by the day, by the week, explosive. You guys, thanks a ton. Give me a comment. I will get back with you, and a like if you could. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be super duper awesome too. All right, guys, go AMC, get some rest, protein, remember, hydrated as always, all that good stuff. All right, guys, love you. Bye.